Hello and welcome to Reviews. As always, I'm Plume Noir, and this is getting hard to do anymore. It really is. There's just so much crap that I've been reading it's kind of breaking my spirit. I'm going to be honest with you. And here is another straw. Gwenpool Strikes Back #2. I want to make sure I get it right. That don't confuse it with the original Gwenpool series, which was good. And so I'm gonna get this out of the way. The cover, I like this cover. I like the Dodsons. I'm gonna be honest. I like the style, and it's it catches your eye. It does everything a cover can. It's kind of silly. You think, okay, this is just going to be some kind of silly thing. It's not going to happen in the issue. It kind of does. Um, Kinda. So I need to start this off with something that Leah Williams said. Um, and I mentioned this in the first issue. I read an interview where she said that she read Gwenpool's original series and she was going to stay true to the character. I'm now convinced that when she said that, she actually meant West Coast Avengers by Kelly Thompson. Because the Gwenpool we get in this book is not the Gwenpool that was in her original series. The Gwenpool in her original series was a person from our world, whatever they call our world, the real world in the Marvel universe, whatever world it is. How uh, in DC it's like Earth Zero or whatever, but um, she got transported into the Marvel universe, and in her world she was kind of a loser. She couldn't keep a job. She dropped out of school. If you go back and read the book, it's a really kind of sad book, and it's really enjoyable because she is she has a personality. She has flaws. When she comes over to the Marvel universe and she thinks she can do anything, and then realizes that there are consequences even in the Marvel universe, um, and it kind of grounds her and it makes her, well, a, a rounded character. She's not just two dimensional, no pun intended. Um, and then all that was just thrown out of the window when Kelly Thompson decided that she was going to make her, LOL so random. Basically what she didn't like, Gwenpool didn't like in her series. She even said that about Deadpool, that he was that she didn't read his book. He's too LOL random. Her exact words. So what do we get in this series? We get Harley Quinn. Not even the good Harley Quinn. Um, pre New 52. We get the LOL so random Harley Quinn. And it's bad. It's really hard to sit through this, to read this and to see, to, to have read what I always want to say Leah Thompson, what Leah Williams said. I might as well. Kelly Thompson can at least write some good things once in a while, but it's basically like reading Gwenpool from Kelly Thompson's West Coast Avengers. I don't believe she actually really read the book. I think she might have skimmed it. She does make a reference to the art in the original series, but about it. So we're just gonna pop it open. And first page, at least they didn't do some type of summary. It's just a wasted page. They used to actually give you this page. They used to actually put part of the story on this. And if you're not even going to put a, summary or description, you're shorting the reader a page. And yeah, when books are already what, $4? Yeah, that's a huge chunk of it right there. So this issue, the first two pages especially, just show you how bad this book is. Look at the crazy eyes. It's just, yeah, those are crazy eyes right there. So yeah, I have to prove I'm not like other comic book characters because I guess that's what we're doing now. So could a comic character? Yeah, then she kisses the reader and okay, fine, whatever. I love you. And that is some of the scariest stuff right there. That right there is every guy's nightmare. To see a girl with that look on her face, those eyes, saying, I love you. So just so you don't get too, you know, worried about it, then she does this. Here's my butt. Yeah, I really have no words. Is this supposed to be funny? I I just get the feeling that Leah Williams just sits around watching Vine. Okay, not Vine anymore, TikTok, and just that's where she gets her humor from. Yeah, just little 30-second videos and okay. So we go over to this, and she introduces that she's hired Deadpool, um, because uh, we discovered I have a flashback ability that basically gives me Scarlet Witch level powers of reality manipulation. I can control anything that happens off panel. Neat swag. This is the problem when most adults try to write things um, to sound, like they're current teens or what have you. That's why the movie Heathers, made up its own lingo, so it would seem timeless. Especially now when, um, colloquial phrases like this, slang, I guess you could say, go out of fashion so quickly. It's dated by the time it gets to the book, especially in today's internet culture. So, Deadpool says, I'd say this is weird for me, but we both know I'd be lying. I guess it's weird because it's you. And so she's getting ready, and Deadpool asks, "You sure you want this?" I see her putting on her booty shorts. Um, so what's a girl to do if she wants to broaden her fan base? Admit it, Gary Huru art or not, you'd still hit it. I, that's Kelly Thompson Gwenpool. That's not original series Gwenpool. I and then we get this page. We get the splash page where we have, I don't even know what they're going for on this. You know, Deadpool says, Gwenpool says, support your local comic shop. And then she's scooting her butt on the floor. Hooray, it's a sex sells issue. Brought to you by me, Gwenpool. You're welcome. No, I wasn't thanking you. These first few pages are everything that's wrong with modern comics. Even a humor comic. Even if you're trying to be funny. I literally stared at this page for quite a while, wondering why. Leah Williams wrote this, put it on paper, had the whole thing where, splash page, Deadpool spinning around on a stripper pole, while chibi Gwenpool scoots her butt on the ground. She gets paid for this. Yeah. She makes money for this. Granted, probably not a lot of money. That's my only consolation on this. So then she hits upon the idea to break into the Fantastic Four's home. And she talks about making out with, starting a relationship, breaking up the marriage with the Fantastic Four. And so we get this page where she's talking about how, Gwen, she's 19 years old, and that she'll probably be 19 for the foreseeable future, and Wade is still too old for me. So to the future Marvel writer who tries to hook us up someday, because I know one of you pervs is going to try it, you nasty. Okay, several things wrong with this. One, Gwenpool does not like Deadpool. She said that in her first issue. Deadpool tried to kill her. Remember that? Remember an Arcade's thing? Yeah, I remember. Leah, you didn't read the original series. You skimmed through the Wikipedia article and just decided to keep going with Kelly Thompson's characterization. Secondly, when she talks about her only being 19 and Wade's too old for her, and then she starts talking about, she has to have Deadpool talk her out of trying to get into relationships with all the Fantastic Four, all four of them. and why it wouldn't work. Think about that. If Wade is too old for her, then why didn't she have the same thought about the Fantastic Four? So, yeah, she uses her powers. The only time we see this is she teleports them basically into the Fantastic Four's basement, where Deadpool finds cardboard cutouts of all the Fantastic Four members. And he has her practice kissing on them and explaining why it would be a bad idea. He does bring up the whole thing about her having a boyfriend, which she quickly then, texts Quentin, love you 3000. I don't get the reference. We're breaking up. Sorry. Okay. Now Gwenpool teleported into the Marvel Universe. The Avengers Endgame came out after that. How would she know that reference? Unless she can still go back and forth, or because I think that was part of it in her series, was that she got to a point where she didn't know as much, the current happenings. Otherwise she'd be able to know things about Deadpool, which becomes a plot point that he even says that because she doesn't read his comics, she doesn't know what he likes. Anyway, so I'm not even going to continue on with this too much longer. Here's where we get to the point where he's explaining, has her figure out why her idea is a bad idea. Downside of seducing Reed, he's too tied to Sue. Downside to seducing Sue, she's too tied to Reed. What about you'll be the bisexual unicorn that they've been looking for and seduce them both? Ha, the editors would never allow such a disruption to an A-list superhero marriage. They'd accuse me of skankifying their sacred cash cow. I don't know, today's Marvel, with the crop of writers they have, they do whatever they could to try and push that. So then we get the silly where she's kissing all the various cardboard cutouts, and then the real Reed pops in, and yep, that's an actual face I'm kissing. Yeah, sorry, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, at one point, Deadpool slips Sue's wedding dress on her. And it's very hard to just keep going. After she kisses the real Reed, she pulls her mask down. He said, "You hear that, Dodsons? That's a money shot right there. That's a cover image." So this whole issue is just them trying to get the cover image, and then it's just hijinks of them trying to escape the Fantastic Four. The only part I kind of giggled at that I thought was somewhat amusing, and when I say I giggled, it was just kind of one of those, was this panel here of Reed just going down the hall like a snake with Gwenpool and Deadpool, tied up between the two of them. They're just in him, round up in himself. I don't know why, but that image just struck me as amusing. We've seen Reed do stuff like this before, but I don't know. It was just for some reason, of all the cringe that was in this book, that's what kind of made me laugh. And yeah, there's stupid things about fruit snacks, and I don't even know if I want to continue on with this. This book is bad. Yeah, I'll just skip right to the ending. And spoiler, you're not going to miss much. So they're wrapped up inside Reed. Don't even ask. Eating fruit snacks. No, it doesn't even make sense in context, really. They're waiting for the police to arrive, and that's when Deadpool asks her, what she did for the first issue, for the first cover of Gwenpool Strikes Back. Oh well, where's it at? I already lost it. Unmasked Spidey, and yeah, Unmasked Spidey. You, my boy, my special boy. I didn't mean it like that, and, I just want him to bite me for radioactive spidering reasons. You harassed and unmasked my special boy? Stop, you're making it sound bad. It is bad. It's the kind of thing bad people do. And of course, Reed's asking while they're wrapped up inside of him, is this how it feels to be No. And now remember, Sue has a force field. Yeah, she even uses it on Gwenpool's head. Why doesn't she use it on them? at least until they pass out from lack of oxygen. No, because then characters have to be stupid so we can get this whole thing. You know what this means, right? I have to pull out the big guns now. Yeah, let me guess. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I've heard that one a lot. I'm just an exceptionally disappointed individual, I guess. But no, it's actually he's pulling out the literal big gun, and you know, if you read my book, you know I never resist bad puns or big guns. Yeah, that's this book in a nutshell. This is how I feel reading it. But there's one panel here. This is bad. It's the kind of thing that bad people do. That's what I find with a lot of the Marvel writers these days. The characters they write, like Ironheart, although her current book, yeah, I stopped reading it, but it was actually, they actually were turning her around. Eve Ewing was doing a good job, but a lot of these characters are just not heroes. They're written very, very badly. Like as Deadpool says, bad people. And Deadpool says that. So this book is garbage. Like I said, this is Kelly Thompson Gwenpool. This is not the original Gwenpool, and it's not good Gwenpool. It's LOL so random. Thank God this is only a limited series. Now you could say that Gwenpool is one of those characters that's really hard to do, is in an ongoing type book. Given her powers, reality manipulation. But you know what? I read She-Hulk back in the day. And like I've said many times, She-Hulk's one of my favorite characters. Um, and it can be done. Yeah, put her in her own little corner, but don't make her annoying. Don't make her stupid. Don't make her this. Anyway, this book is garbage. I'm gonna go. Maybe the cover alone would save this from being a full 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That's why I'm going with this. This is getting hard to do because it's just crap after crap after crap, and it all seems to be Marvel. Marvel just seems to be going downhill. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.